Welcome back to Under Oath. It's attorney Jeff Kaufman.
Very
Sitting
mid.
next to me is the angry attorney Craig Lynd.
Angry.
He's always angry.
I'm not always.
You always see him angry. Or is that just when you're sitting next to me?
It probably has a lot to do with it.
All right. Read our top.
However close I am to you seems to have a direct correlation to how mad I am.
Okay, read our topic. Go ahead.
Okay, so this topic, citizens arrest. They actually just
Citizens.
changed the law on this.
Which law? You mean in Florida?
Yes, of
Not
course.
like
Where would
nationwide.
I be talking?
Well,
of course,
because
we're
they
in
hear us
Florida.
all over the place.
Do they?
Yeah, in Atlanta.
Outside of Florida?
Yeah, we're big in Poughkeepsie.
Where?
Poughkeepsie.
Where is that?
Yeah, you need to break out a map next.
Alaska?
You're killing me.
Do they hear us?
All right, go. Maybe they do. A lot of lonely men there. They don't have a lot of women.
That's what I heard.
A lot of
All right,
weird murders in Alaska.
Citizens
too.
arrest. They just changed the law here in Florida.
Okay.
And now you're not allowed to have conduct a citizen's arrest except to
Bum, bum, bum.
hold someone who has invaded your car, vessel, or home.
Like a burglary.
Correct. A robbery,
Or
burglary, or some type of property crime. They come onto your property. They're not supposed to be there. Go into your car. They're not supposed to be there. Go onto your boat. So
What about theft?
you catch somebody.
What about theft?
Well, you don't have to actually catch them stealing. They just have to be there.
But they're not committing a burglary.
Of course,
it's not mine.
if they're stealing something, that's just makes it that
If
much
I'm in
more
Publix and I see
justified.
somebody running out with some fruit, can I tackle them?
No, you
Ooh.
can't anymore.
What if it's good
You
fruit?
used to be able to do
Or
that.
what if it's like good melon? You know how much melon costs
they,
now?
they go running out, stealing the thing that you came to the store
Can
to
I
buy.
trip him? Can I trip his ass?
Yeah, well, no, you can't actually.
I didn't hold him. I just tripped him.
Yeah, I don't think you can take any force to prevent somebody else's property.
I can't defend somebody else's property?
No, you can defend yours or members of your own household.
And just so
can
you
defend
know,
them.
this would allow, let's say, the cashier to do it. The cashier could stop him and trip him, right?
Well, there's a different statute that allows a merchant or the agent of a merchant
Yes.
to take reasonable steps to keep the perpetrator from leaving the premises until the police get there.
So, for example, if I see somebody try to run away from a car accident and I can't stop them,
No, you probably can't.
who's going to prosecute me, honestly?
That's the other side of this coin.
Okay.
You don't have a legal right to do it, but would you be prosecuted, do you think, if you stepped in and did it anyway? So the guy's running out with the fruit, like you said. The law doesn't give you authority, but hey, you
Bundle
take
of grapes, he's heading out,
you take
running out
it
the
into your
door.
own hands, you tackle the guy, you sit on him until the police get there.
Yeah.
Technically, wasn't in your vessel, car, or home. But what happens? What happens
How does
to
somebody just hop into your boat? Because that just happens a lot. A lot of boating crimes.
I saw a episode, I think this is the only episode of Cheaters I ever saw in my life.
Oof.
They're trying to
That's a
catch
tough show.
people cheating on their significant
Yeah,
others, right?
It's in the
So
name. I
this
figured out.
guy is on his boat with like his lover, not his wife. And so they're trying to confront him. And the producer on the boat next to him decides, I'm going to get onto your boat.
Oh, that's a mistake.
To confront you and to embarrass you and do all this
Right.
stuff. So the guy on the boat stabs him. Stabs
With what?
with a knife. What do you mean with what?
He's got the knife out?
I think he had it on him.
He just pulled it out when he sees the guy jump
Yeah,
up.
as soon as he got onto
Like
his
he
boat.
was fishing. He was going to fillet something.
He pulled out a knife, flap, right in the gut. No, I think he just stabbed him once. And then he got back
I
into
watch
his
too many
original
prison
boat.
dramas.
He got back
I
into his
imagine.
original boat, and then they took him to the hospital.
That's tough because you're sitting here and go, wait a minute, you're doing this for your entertainment. And you jump into the boat. They know it's for entertainment. Now, if I'm the husband or the cheating boyfriend or something else like that, and I don't think it's about my life, I'm trying to avoid it because I see you with a camera and you're going to catch me doing, let's just say nefarious stuff. It's nefarious. Nefarious
Piracy.
works with cheating. I don't know.
Piracy.
Piracy.
That was piracy.
Piracy.
Yes.
They're buccaneers hopping into the boat.
The guy got on the boat. You get onto my vessel without my permission. You board my craft without my permission. That is piracy.
Well, look at you, Blackbeard, over here trying to be all piratey on me.
That's
Do you even have a boat?
No.
No. See, I don't want to own a boat either.
I don't have a boat.
That's expensive.
Very, very expensive.
Money.
I did a timeshare one time.
On a boat?
You can timeshare these fishing boats so that like every 2 months you can have a whole weekend with a boat.
Oh.
I did that for like a half a year, and
Until you realize you
every
didn't use
time it was my turn to use the boat, it was raining.
or somebody was jumping on trying to stab each other.
Yeah.
All right. When it comes to stuff like that, I think people watch too much TV. People get hurt when they try to get involved themselves in a crime. There's the movie Stand By Me. You remember that movie?
Oh, yeah.
The four kids. Jerry McConnell was a little fat kid.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
great. And River Phoenix was the cool kid and everything else. Well, at the end of the movie, they talk about later in lives what happened to them and everything else. And River Phoenix supposedly died because he tried to stop a fight in a line and he was stabbed to death. Bad stuff happens when you put yourself in the middle of little stupid situations. And I think that's what the law is. Don't chase after the guy with the melons. If he's got a gun trying to kill people, okay. But if it's not a deadly issue, don't make it one. And I think that's what they're saying. Conflict causes death or serious harm. So it has to, whatever you're going after him for, it has to get to that level. So I can understand the law.
Yeah, well, you mean you understand why the law changed? Because it used to be a lot more relaxed than that.
Do you know police officers in most states and most counties aren't allowed to chase after somebody unless that person has committed a serious felony? Because so many people are hurt during chases.
Oh, I do understand that. We've had some lawsuits involving that.
Yeah.
And speaking of not getting involved in stuff that you really shouldn't be getting involved with, we just had a client in Tennessee. The most tragic type of result you can have from kind of sticking your nose in other people's business.
Tried to stop a fight. Got in the middle of a fight and got killed. Sad.
Well, we had a client. We represented the widow of a gentleman who tried to break a fight up between two women.
And she's still devastated. And 5 years later, she still suffers.
Yeah. Women were fighting and our client's husband tried to intervene, get between them, stop the fight from happening. And next thing you know, somebody gets mad at him and pop, 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 he's dead.
Yeah, it doesn't, that's the whole thing. We have to decide what's important and what's not important. I think when we realize that more people are dying or getting hurt from getting involved, I think that's when we want the general population to understand, don't do it. But here's the problem with a law like this. Most people are never going to know this law exists until they get charged with it. Like, did you know it's illegal not to change lanes if you see somebody pulled over on the side of the road? If a cop pulls somebody over, it's your duty to move to the next lane.
I did know that.
If you don't, it's a big ass ticket.
Or slow down to 20 miles an hour below the posted speed limit. Now, if you cannot safely change, just a little advice for everybody out there.
Now, there's a scam that police officers do, and I'm not saying if you're a good cop, you know what I'm talking about. It works like this. They park, one police car parks in front of the other car, and they wait for the person to blow by. And then they pull the guy over for not stopping and changing lanes. So they're causing the situation and they're just writing tickets. And they're doing this hour after hour after hour because they don't have speeders, but we have somebody who's breaking this obscure law that, let's say, half the population doesn't
slow down
know.
to 20 miles an hour below the speed limit. Yeah, that's cheating.
Yeah, but that does happen.
Yeah, I'm sure it does, but that's cheating.
Okay. So I guess your question right now is asking me what I would do if somebody
even though the law changed, do you stand by and just watch a crime occur, even though you know you could help out?
Okay. Scenario one, I don't know the law exists. Believe it or not, people, it's not a defense. Ignorance of the law is not a defense. I can't say I didn't know that law existed. Come on. How would I know that? Doesn't matter if it's on the books and I did it. It doesn't matter whether I knew it or not. I didn't have to have intent to break that law. Accepting that I do know it or don't know it. The question is this: how would I represent somebody who tackled the melon thief? I know it sounds stupid. Let's just call him the melon thief. It makes things easier for people to remember. I think when it comes down to it, I would have to convince a jury that there was more of a self-defense issue involved. I would have to say the guy looked erratic. He looked like things were going wrong, which he was. He was running around. He might have been a harm to somebody else. And I might try to argue defense of others.
Let me switch the scenario up just a little bit.
So
I walk out into my garage and I see some 14-year-old kid. He's got one of my fishing poles in his hand. He's trying to take the reel off.
Son of a bitch.
Trying to take the reel off. It's an expensive reel. This SOB. I grab him, right? Throw him onto the ground.
Like Bart Simpson.
And I'm going to call the police. It just so happens I have a pair of handcuffs on me. I don't know why, but I do.
Everyone has their thing.
But I handcuff him like to, I got the big weight equipment in my garage. So I handcuff him to there.
Right.
Right? And so I go in to call the police.
Okay.
Now, his dad happens to be walking by, and sees his son handcuffed in my garage.
That sounds like a Diddy issue.
Okay. I've just called the police.
Right.
The dad doesn't know I just called the police, has no idea why his kid is handcuffed in my garage, sees me, pulls out his gun, shoots me, I'm dead.
Yeah.
What do you charge the dad with?
Which dad?
What do you mean, which dad?
Well,
there's only one that's alive in this
He
scenario.
could have been a dad. The guy who got shot could have been a dad too.
The kid's dad is the
Okay,
one that
okay,
shoots me
all right.
when he sees me come out.
Okay. The
He
father,
doesn't know I've just called the police.
But you're a dad too. So when
Yeah.
you said which dad, I didn't know which one you were talking about. The one in the house.
Kid,
Okay. All right.
the kid.
I got it.
Do you not know the answer?
I do know the answer.
Okay, give it to me.
He's walking.
Sure.
The father gets walked.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
Nothing? Not even manslaughter?
Nothing. Because there's no way for me to believe that my kid wasn't being abused when I see him handcuffed in somebody else's garage. That is a reasonable thing. Hey, let's talk about this for a second, Bob. What's the deal with you and my kid handcuffed? No, boom, boom, boom.
Okay. Now you're the prosecutor.
Okay.
What do you tell the jury when you're prosecuting the dad?
The argument I would have to make is I'd have to flip it. I'd have to go, the fact is this. You have a responsibility as a gun owner to not pull your gun without being absolutely positive of the situation. He sees the situation. He's not sure. He doesn't even say, hey, what the hell? He just pulls it out and Wild West is at mofo. And that's the argument you're going to make. And a jury's going to go, did you even say, hey, what the hell?
Hey, little Joey,
No.
what happened?
That's it. That's all you did because you were an irresponsible gun owner. It was unreasonable action and you should not have done it.
One more step.
Well, I got to do 3 now? Come
Yep.
on.
I'm in. I don't come out of the garage. I don't come out to the garage yet. Dad says, "Hey, little Joey, what's going on?"
Bobby, what the hell?
Dad, this guy's trying to kidnap me. Help! He's trying to kidnap me.
Boom, boom, boom. I'm okay.
Okay.
I have
Then I
more
walk
evidence.
out. No, you're still the prosecutor.
Okay.
You're still the prosecutor. I walk out. Boom, boom, boom. Just like you said, the kid lied to his dad because you don't want to get in trouble for stealing a fishing rod or a reel.
Then
So he lies to his dad about why he's in the garage
I already have it. I can bring up the kid's bad acts.
to prosecute the father.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. The argument would be this. You know your kid's a piece of crap. He's lied to you. He's
He was
a
in
bad
there
kid.
stealing.
He's a bad kid. You knew he's a
The first thing in your mind should have been, "Oh my God, my kid's
what
stealing
did you
again."
do? What did you do? No, Dad, it wasn't me. You liar. The whole idea is to take away the parental responsibility in the sense that you're trying to show that there was no reason for you to defend him because you know he's a bad kid. You know he did something wrong. You need more information before. My kid lies to me all the time. I would just have to find out all his bad. I'd pull his grades. I'd pull everything. Everyone knows this kid's a crap bag. And that's why you could not rely on him to tell the truth in a situation like that. Boom,
So-
boom, boom.
Our audience can see how quickly a good attorney can absolutely flip the same facts on its head, depending on which position he wants to take in court. And that's why you have to be exceptionally careful when you are out in the world and you're doing these kinds of things. You think you're going to get involved. You think you're going to help law enforcement. You think you're going to protect somebody. You want to be the hero. This is how quickly it gets turned around on you.
Be careful out there. Everything's not so black and white.